Okay, so guys, we are now live on YouTube. Hello, guys from YouTube. I am Brenna. I will guide this immersion today. Before we get started, just a few presentation. Talking Talk is an online platform where you can practice many languages such as English, of course, French, Spanish, Mandarin, and Italian, if I'm not wrong. For more information, you can access talkingtalk.com.br. And today we are going to talk about aging population and its impacts on society. But I'm going to ask you all to present yourselves first, okay? So starting with you, Etienne, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello guys, my name is Etienne. I 29 years old. Uh, I I married. I have a dog, and I live in Rio Grande do Sul in Guaíba City. Today is a sunny day. It's a milagre because fez muito tempo nublado ultimamente. This is for the time.
Great. Be welcome, Etienne. What about you, Gustavo? Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Gustavo. I am 19 years old. I live in Guarulhos, São Paulo. I currently in college, studying analysis and develop at the Federal Institute of São Paulo. This is
Great. What about you, Maísa? Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Maísa. I'm 25 years old. I live with my parents in Carapicuíba, São Paulo. I have an older brother and a niece, Laura. This is my love. I'm civil engineer, and I started studying English when I was 15 years old, but I had to stop, and I'm returning now. I love makeup. I love makeup videos about makeup, like Get Ready With Me. I love music. I love going to shows. Yesterday, I went to the Bruno Mars show. Yes, tô muito feliz. I'm so happy. I was in the beginners beginners in measure, but I decided to challenge myself today. I hope to make it. That's it.
You're welcome, Maísa. And it's going to be a good experience. So, guys, I think no one is coming. I'm going to put the questions on the chat. If you can confirm to me if you can see the questions. Okay. Today we are going to talk about aging population. I don't know about you, but I had in the past this conception of life that life is like a timeline, like you are born, you grow up, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, and some years after that, you retire. And I was thinking about this idea and how society is changing in today's world. And I decided to bring this topic to, to us to discuss. Before, good afternoon, Vanessa. Be welcome.
Good afternoon.
Could you please introduce yourself?
All right. So my name is Vanessa. I'm living in Sorocaba. My natural city is São Paulo too. In my free time, I like to go to the parks with my pets. Their names is Pipoca and Empada. And I created my company maybe 2 years ago. And I teach other people about financial education and investments in Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and Web3. Before that, I worked with cybersecurity maybe 7 years in this area. And now I would like to improve my English because I need to teach other people from other countries too. So for me, it's that.
Very good. You're welcome, Vanessa. Can you see the questions on the chat?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I would like to start with Etienne with question number 1. How is the aging population changing the structure of modern society? What do you think about this question, Etienne?
I think it's complicated because the old people uh, uh, can't work more, and this atrapalha the economy because the government need to pay aposentadorias e need to young people work, but if don't have young people, it's complicated. I think this is the more difficulty this atualmente, no caso.
Yeah, yeah. It is a problem with the retirement. So, Gustavo, what do you think about this question? You agree with Etienne? You disagree?
Uh, I share it the same opinion as Etienne. In Brazil, it's a problem. AV system was not prepared for this. Is a bad. Isso é um, isso é uma coisa muito ruim, assim. This
Oh,
is
okay. What about you, Maisa? Do you share their opinions?
Yes. There are many factors. First, I believe it is the lack of labor. I don't know how to say mão de obra in English. Lack of labor, it's correct?
I think so.
I see that many young people do not want to have children. I I think this causes the aging population. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The our healthcare systems are evolving, and people are getting older and older, and we don't want to have kids anymore as a society. So the balance is getting a problem. What about you, Vanessa? What do you think about this question?
For me, the structure will be affected with the aging population, but I think the main problem is the system, because the INSS is a pyramid. It's not a system that can grow in the future with healthy growth. For example, I think if some people don't want to be children, the older people will be affected because it's like a pyramid. Don't It's not effective. It's not can be have a great duration along the in the future. But I think the government needed to improve that. And sometimes I think INSS it's not a great way for older people.
Yeah. We have done these changes in our retirement system years ago, but I think we are gonna need more changes because the balance doesn't
Doesn't make
support.
sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, totally agree with you. So, question number two. Uh, I would like to start by you, Vanessa. What challenges do countries with a rapidly aging population face, like Japan, countries in Europe?
I think in these countries need to call young people to work in like I don't know when I say that, but pedreiro and some professional things that older people can't do. For example, in other with when you use more force, and sometimes you need to do younger people, and I think these countries need to immigration, call some people about Brazil, from South and here in America South. And I think it's that need to call more young people for these countries, and yes, needed to sometimes have some money for families make child. For example, I think in some countries in Europe works like that too.
Yeah. And it's the opposite they are doing, right? They are prohibiting immigrants and
Yes.
making them going out. It's a big problem. What about you, Maisa? What do you think?
Ahn, você pode... I don't understand, tá travando aqui.
Question number two.
What challenges do countries?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Um, as I said before, lack of labor, and I don't know what to say. I think over burn it. I don't know, health systems, because aging population need more attention. I don't know, to their health, and eu não sei se é assim que fala, mas there is no contribution to INSS, aposentadoria. I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. Talking about the lack of labor, you said, what would be a suggestion you would give? You're the president of some country like Portugal. What would you do?
What que eu faria?
Yeah.
I can to say in Portuguese.
Okay, go ahead.
Eu tive uma experiência, eu fiz estágio por um bom tempo, por 2 anos na Sabesp, na área de engenharia civil, e eu era a mais nova da minha equipe. Muita gente que estava lá eram pessoas que tinham 30, 40 anos de empresa, e era muito complicado isso, porque não entrava gente nova, as pessoas mais velhas que estavam lá, eles não queriam, eles tinham uma certa resistência a aprender novos softwares, a aprender novas maneiras de gestão enfim. E por conta disso, eu não só sentia, mas eu via de perto que muita coisa deixava de ser feita por isso. Não estou dizendo, eles sabiam muito, eles têm muito conhecimento prático na área, até porque essa área de saneamento é uma área muito específica, mas eles não tinham esse conhecimento técnico com relação a softwares, novos softwares. Então, eu acredito que essa parte de mão de obra Quando eu digo, né, sempre para as pessoas essa questão de mão de obra, é por conta disso mesmo. Não porque eles não saibam ou porque eles estão obsoletos, mas é que existe essa grande resistência.
Okay, got it. Okay, very interesting. What about you, Gustavo? What do you think about the second question?
I believe a great example of this is Japan. And the challenges I see labor shortage. Labor é mão de obra, certo? Ou não? Ok. Uh, Pressure of the youth and social security system and the imbalance between benefits and contribution for society. This is
Okay,
challengers.
okay, okay. What about you, Etienne? What do you think?
I agree with Gustavo about this. I say anteriormente about this, and other problem I see is about the care with the older people, because other people need more attention about your health, I think, and need sometimes a people to care. And if eu vou falar em português, porque eu não consigo falar em inglês agora. Mas o que eu vejo é o seguinte: menos pessoas nascendo, mais pessoas envelhecendo. Vai chegar um ponto que, no caso, sei lá, a pessoa só teve um filho, e aí vai envelhecer, e aí quem é que vai cuidar dessa pessoa idosa, por exemplo, no futuro? Porque daí o filho tem a família dele e ele tem que cuidar da família dele. E aí, ao mesmo tempo, tem o pai ou a mãe que precisa de atenção, e aí fica numa enrolação. Então, o governo não está vendo isso, não está vendo que a população idosa vai precisar ter não sei se mais asilos ou alguma coisa para dar suporte a essas pessoas que não têm muitos familiares para ajudar a cuidar, sabe? Então, I think this is other problems we will see in the future.
Okay. Okay. Do you think a house for elderly, asilo, is a solution?
For I think maybe because sometimes os filhos não têm tempo, porque exatamente vão, sei lá, podem administrar empresas, têm seus negócios e têm suas próprias famílias. E o asilo seria uma solução para deixar os seus pais sob cuidados. But sometimes it's not. Aí tem várias outras questões, porque nem sempre os asilos são os lugares melhores para se colocar os idosos. Aí tem a questão ética e tudo mais. Então, mas no futuro vai ter que ser visto isso com mais cuidado, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Etienne. So, talking about healthcare system, the question number 3, Gustavo, what do you think? How can healthcare systems adapt to better serve an older population?
I have in my mind that we can make society order more investimento in health area and a plan of care per day. Não consigo falar isso em inglês, mas tipo, com mais investimento na área da saúde e um plano de carreira para essa sociedade mais velha, acredito que seria, acho que poderia melhorar de uma certa forma o país, assim, entendeu?
Oh, okay. Okay. Two good suggestions. So, Vanessa, what do you think about this question? Number 3.
I agree with things about the health system. because today, if in Brazil you have more older than young, the SUS will have a big problem, because today if you have some disease, sometimes you can do this treatment in public system in Brazil. And I think it's better. And for example, privacy, I don't know if a privacy, but hospitals that you need to pay to have a treatment there need to have more ways for treat this the older population. Because today if you have a health plan, if very expensive, it don't will be sustainable for the all people in Brazil. I think is that. And the SUS it's don't have prepared for receive this a lot of older people in this moment. For example, I have endometriosis, and this disease I can't do a treatment in SUS because it's very expensive, specific, and sometimes will be very demorado, when I say that. And sometimes it's very hard to have a treatment with the public system. And for older people, I think it's very hard to, because have a lot of other problems needed to improve that. And yes, I think it's that.
Yeah, I agree with you. SUS need more investments, and we need to pay attention to this area in our country. Yeah, you're right. What about you, Maisa? Question number 3.
Uh, our healthcare systems like SUS,
Yeah,
uh, yes, is our fluid. I think so. For people of our ages, people need to pay a lot to get a good service, and I believe in the construction of new service points, because that way, I don't say in English, nós conseguiríamos desafogar os grandes centros, né? Eu vou falar uma experiência minha. Eu tenho esclerose múltipla e eu faço tratamento pelo convênio. Esse ano eu tentei entrar pelo SUS e eu simplesmente, uma coisa que eu consegui no convênio em menos de um mês, pelo SUS eu estou desde o começo do ano e eu fui conseguir dar entrada agora, literalmente essa semana, sexta-feira, no pedido da minha medicação, que pelo convênio foi super rápido. E isso é muito preocupante porque, no caso, eu não sei se vocês sabem, mas a esclerose múltipla é uma doença degenerativa, que ela pode sim estacionar, mas ela pode seguir, e a pessoa ficar com sequelas. No meu caso, eu estacionei, então eu não tenho sequela nenhuma. E eu vejo pessoas que fazem o mesmo tratamento que eu pelo SUS, que tem muitas sequelas, que estão de cadeira de rodas e tudo mais. E eu acho isso muito preocupante, porque você acaba tendo uma população idosa extremamente dependente, mas não dependente porque elas, enfim, querem, né? Mas dependentes porque elas dependiam de um sistema que tem tudo para dar certo, mas que é falho, e por isso acarretaram em muitos problemas para elas, que elas colhem os frutos na terceira idade, né? Então, acho que é isso.
oh my God.
É,
I hope you can get well.
it's complicated, very, very complicated. And
Yeah.
é um pouco revoltante também, né? Que é só um adendo. Se você parar para pensar que uma pessoa que tem dinheiro, ou que tem condição de ter um convênio médico tem uma assistência muito melhor do que uma pessoa que tem SUS, que depende do SUS, é bizarro e é revoltante.
Yeah, yeah, agree with you. Go ahead, Vanessa.
I agree with you, Maisa. It's very complicated, because if you have some disease that you don't have a cura, né? quando alguém tem, por exemplo, endometriose, também não tem cura e é evolutiva. É muito parecido com o que você falou, Maísa. Então, a pessoa que está no SUS, ela vai ter uma piora gigantesca se ela demorar, assim, qualquer momento que se demorar e se começar a evoluir, já era. Tem que ir para o hospital e é muito revoltante, realmente. As pessoas que têm mais dinheiro conseguem ir, mas eu entendo que tem muitas outras que não conseguem, né? E aí como que elas ficam? Né? E tem um tratamento paliativo ainda, que seria necessário nesses casos.
Sim, sim. É surreal, gente. Só rapidinho. Eu tenho acesso ao Einstein e quando eu preciso fazer qualquer coisa no Einstein, é bizarro você ver que as pessoas chegam lá com cuidadores, com cadeiras de rodas de última geração, e quando eu preciso ir no SUS pegar qualquer papel, não tem impressora para imprimir, tipo assim, a minha receita. É bizarro, gente, é muito bizarro.
Yeah. I am impacted here. Girls, I just wish you get well as soon as possible. I think Etienne, it's your time to answer this question.
Oh, antes, não, depois disso, after this, so complicated to say something, but about the systems of health, I think uh, is the investment how like Gustavo said. I think more investment and and think is about our future because we see now the problems now, but the future is very complicated more because more people were there, more needed more attention. Uh, Enfim, I think is the investment and conscientizar as pessoas. I think is dos jeitos para tentar melhorar essa situação.
Yeah, yeah. This question brings a lot of impacts in our society, mainly in our country, Brazil, because we know the problems we have. So, yeah. So, going back to the questions, I would like to jump to question number 10, the last one, actually. And I would like to start with you, Vanessa. How can education systems adapt to support lifelong learning for older adults? And just when I made this question, I was remembering of my time on university, and I have studied in two different public universities, and there, when some elderly or older person is studying with the rest of the class, everyone looks to that person like it wasn't the place for them, like they shouldn't be there. It's a place for young people. It's a place for people partying, drinking, So I'd like to know your opinion about this question.
It's very complicated because all people you judge it if you are different than others. And sometimes when older people start a new degree, start a new college, for example, will be judged for the young people that stay there in the new university. And for me, I would like to start it talk about patient because younger people learn different than older people, and sometimes you need more patient, understand the situations, don't have conflicts with that because all people it's very different and it's obrigação nossa understand the difference in the people. And I think you need to have more patience for the students and the teachers too, and adapted the environment to receive the older people. For example, adapted to cadeira de rodas, or using other things in the place. So I think it's that.
Okay. And after retirement, do you plan to begin a new degree or something like that in traditional system?
Um, Now I'm learning about management and financial, but I would like to continue my studies, and I would like to learn more things about blockchain and financial too. And I think in my when I'm older, I would like to improve my abilities about blockchain and keep learning and studying these topics too.
Very good. It's a very interesting area. Gustavo, what do you think? Question number 10.
As I said previously, I believe that a career plan for school is essential. Vou falar um pouco de português, que eu não sei como falar isso, mas, tipo, se uma criança ter um plano de carreira até a idade avançada, tipo, eu sei que é meio imprevisível a carreira, assim, mas, tipo, ter algo que você sabe que você pode fazer a partir, vai, de 60 anos, acho que você fica bem mais confortável e mais seguro. E, claro, o governo, o ensino apoiando esse plano de carreira, esses investimentos também, que é muito importante. Mas é isso. Tipo, você tem que se planejar, sabe?
O-
Planning is... É,
Okay. And the same question I did to Vanessa. Do you plan to start a degree after retirement uh in a elderly age?
I don't understand you. And then
Like after retirement, you get retired, okay?
it's hard. Okay.
Retired, aposentadoria. You get retired, and do you plan to start a new university, studying in a new place? What do you think?
Ah, eu acho que poderia ser uma opção, is an option, but se você tivesse tido um plano de carreira, não sei, alguma coisa assim, quando você passasse de certa idade, tipo, quando você se aposentasse, acredito que a aposentadoria hoje em dia é bem difícil, então, se você não quiser colocar, tipo, no seu plano uma aposentadoria, acho que você consegue, tipo, seguir num trabalho, seguir em alguma coisa, em uma empresa, tipo, você criar sua empresa, não sei, que dê alguma rentabilidade e você consiga viver comfortable.
Okay, very good. What about you, Etienne? What do you think about the last question?
I agree with Vanessa about I think educational system need to have a patient, não, é paciência isso, e empatia. I don't know say in English, but I think because people older people don't have the same education in your childhood, I think, and they learn the basic of basic and back to schools and start learning something is it's hard because the brain is not the same and need to have a more patient, because it's eu vou falar, ai, vou ter que falar em português, porque assim, eu já estudei com pessoas mais velhas junto comigo, e eu lembro que elas tinham uma certa dificuldade para certas atividades e muitas vezes eles se sentiam um pouco incapazes, porque eles viam jovens ali, eles pensavam, nossa, eu aqui no meio, sabe? Eles tinham uma insegurança. E aí a gente, né? Não, vai lá, não, tu consegue sim, tudo mais, a gente dando motivação. Então, isso é muito importante também. As pessoas tem que olhar para essas pessoas que já têm uma certa idade e motivar elas a continuar a estudar, porque a gente sempre vai estar estudando. A gente pode pensar, ai, vai chegar um momento que eu não vou estudar mais, mas não, porque o mundo muda. Vou tentar falar em inglês. The world change, new technologies comes, and you need to uh, uh, do. Know the things I and for example, I don't know how to use TikTok. And for me it's complicated. But my sobrinhas usam e acham super fácil, mas eu Então, no futuro, o que que vai vir de tecnologia e a gente vai saber se adaptar? Então, são coisas que nós temos que nos questionar também.
Okay, very good. And do you plan to keep studying after getting older? Do you plan to start a new degree, maybe after retirement?
Maybe, I don't know, because how I say, the world is changing, and maybe in the future we need to learn something new, and if I have a health, it's very important, ter saúde para isso também, why not?
Okay, okay. I share your opinion. I think after getting retired, after getting older, maybe I'll start studying things like politics, economics, or languages. Okay, so let's dive into question number 8. What are some innovative solutions to address loneliness among older adults? What do you think, Vanessa?
For me, it's difficult to talk about that because I love the loneliness, and sometimes I prefer do all my things on my own. But I think the internet would like to. I think the internet can improve that because you can connect it all people in the Zoom like that, like we do right now. And I think sometimes have more groups with specific interests for approach these older adults and start a conversation, start jokes, for example, or plays. And I think the internet can improve that. And but before that, sometimes need to have some. I need to have teach the older people, older adults to understand how can use these technologies because sometimes it's very hard to use a app is to take a login with Zoom and Google Meet, for example. For older people, sometimes will be difficult in using these technologies. So I think these two solutions, it's the better way for improve that. I can listen you. I don't know if
I was muted, sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
It happens all the time. So, Gustavo, question number 8. What do you think? Do you agree with Vanessa?
Uh, mm, Mais ou menos. We are sociable beings. Somos seres sociáveis. Então, when we are young, we want to be alone. But when we get older, we realize we love companies. Quando você fica mais velho, você acha que tem essa pira em ficar com as pessoas. Então, it's very important creating or improving environment in which other peoples can stay together is essentials. Ou seja, acho que investir nesses ambientes ou criar esses ambientes que os idosos conseguem ser sociáveis, seja online, seja presencial, acho que é bem importante.
Okay. I'm not muted. Your time, Etienne. Share with us your opinion.
I think the innovations is maybe AI because I think it's happening in the moment. People use Alexa for to talking, and I see a video uh, de uma senhorinha que ela comuni ela she talked the Alexa uh question the hour or to pray with her. So cute it see it think, oh my god, this is the future, I think. And if she live alone is a way to feel if some it's a few is not alone, I think. And maybe AI helps the situation. And at the same time, I think in the future we live with robots, I think. Robots. I see a news about the robots, the oh my God, the Elon Musk, I see, uh, and I think, oh my God, it's happening. I'm scared about the robots, but I think this is the future, and we need to acostumar com a ideia de see robôs around the street, around the places, because is the future. At the same time, I agree with Gustavo. I think the people need to we need to be in a community. It's very special and very important to share the things, share the problems, because vou dar exemplo assim, tá? Vai chegar um momento que a gente vai ficar idoso, e aí, vamos pensar assim, né? A gente vai ficar idoso, e aí a gente viveu numa era, e até acontece isso hoje em dia de, o pessoal vive falar nos anos 90, nos anos 2000, sabe? E aí, tipo, tu vai falar com o teu filho não viveu naquela época, e aí tu tendo a galera da tua idade, aí vocês conseguem, sabe, trocar essa nostalgia e tudo mais. Então, são coisas assim que eu acho que é muito importante assim para os idosos ter também a companhia uns dos outros assim para sair, para fazer os bailes, essas coisas assim, sabe? Então, eu acho que essas são as inovações, ter uma comunidade e ao mesmo tempo vai ter a tecnologia para dar esse suporte para lidar com solidão.
Yeah, you talked about Alexa, and I remember I showed my Alexa to my grandma, and it was very funny because she started asking Alexa how to prepare some dishes, you know? It was a funny experience. Well, okay, I think we have more time to one or two questions, and Let me see. Mm, question number 9. I'm going to start now with you, Gustavo. What are the environmental impacts of an aging population? Question number 9. Gustavo, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. I believe impacts. Um, em que sentido seria esses impactos assim?
For example, having more people on our
Ok.
planet, we have more carbon emissions, for example, or we have more pollution on the oceans.
Hmm. The principal impact is in economy and acredito que seja na economia, porque acho que é a base. Se não tem labor, mão de obra, então não tem um giro de capital, sabe? Então, é isso. Acho que um dos principais impactos é na economia.
Okay. What about you, Vanessa? Are you there?
For me, I don't understand very well this question, but I think their environment will be impacted around all the population because, for example, the nature needs help and sometimes have a lot of trash on the street and the animals can be suffer with this trash too on the oceans, and I think the aging population don't will be impacted the world because all people, all population impacts their environment and the nature. And I think the older people don't have some culpa into about that because it's all people in the world. I don't know if I answered the the question with the
That's okay.
significate, but okay.
Yeah, very good. I didn't look this side, you know. Very good. What about you, Etienne?
I agree with Vanessa some things, and I think the impact is about the uh, brief because we see it's I think, oh my god, how let's say, I think the future, if it's continues this way, I think we need to we have biggest problems because how I say is the breed, uh, the foods we packed, water, um, and the I think it is about more health or health. Uh, this situation is impacted in nature because the clima, uh, everything is a how let's say, é tipo, é uma coisa que é como se fosse um dominó. Se impacta a natureza, impacta o clima, impacta a nossa saúde, impacta a nossa alimentação, e aí a gente fica doente. Então, eu. Ai, eu falando em português, mas enfim. Ai, gente, eu não consigo lembrar as palavras. Mas é isso, eu acho que o impacto é esse, porque se a gente continuar do jeito que a gente está consumindo, o mundo do jeito que está sendo poluído, a gente vai sofrer muito porque não vai ter comida suficiente para todo mundo, e aí a natureza vai ser impactada nesse sentido, porque vai precisar de mais lugar para plantar, e aí não tem lugar para plantar, tem que destruir a natureza que existe. Aí já temos um problema. Aí também a questão dos oceanos e rios sendo poluídos, sendo contaminado por produtos químicos ou plásticos, então aí tem que ter um maior recurso para poder tratar essa água para a gente consumir. Então, envolve não só a natureza, mas envolve economia, envolve saúde, envolve um monte de coisa. Então, realmente, são vários impactos. I see the very impacts, I think.
Okay, okay. Um, guys, we are running out of time here, but before the end of this immersion, I would like to ask one last question. It's not on the list. I would like to know of you one thing, just one thing you would do to build or to make the world a better place to older people. Starting with you, Etienne, but try to do it in English.
Okay. I think I can I maybe I help teaching and talking with other people's conscientizar and and I think do the things I think I think it's so complicated for me, but I think I try to help it to teach and at the same time learning and talking with the peoples is and making actions. I think is the way because we if uh, if we have a good consensus, I don't know if this is the word, but if you have a great vontade to help the other peoples in the world, is the good way. But at the same time, we need to understand we need to have power and investments because it's not just not we make a carta say help the world, help the people. We this is not will change, and we need to cobrar politics and vigiar. I think it is this is the way. This is the one way I think.
Okay, okay, you did a great job, and it was an entire English answer. Congratulations. Gustavo, if you could do one thing, just one thing, to make the world, our planet, our society in general, a better place to older people, elderly ones like your grandmother, your grandfather, what would you do? Just one thing.
Deixa eu ver se eu entendi. Para eu dar uma opinião sobre como eu melhoraria o mundo para as pessoas mais velhas, para meus pais, avós, etc, etc, né?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Uh, I mm, I I travei, calma. I I start from investments, from uh, health, health and economic educations economics for. Ai, não consigo. Travei.
That's
Vamos lá.
okay.
Eu disse que eu investiria na saúde e na economia, porque acho que se meus pais ou meus avós tivessem uma base disso, hoje eles estariam bem melhores, assim. Então, era só uma, acabei falando duas. Então, ok.
Okay, okay,
Easy. Sorry,
great.
guys.
That's okay. Vanessa, last but not least.
Okay, for me, it's like that I say in this immersion before, because I think it's very important to have a patient with older people because it have a difference like that. And I think the main question about that is have a patient understand the qualities and characters of older people and start to learn about things about technology with older people. For example, my mother, I started to learn, I started to teach her about how can use and call with video using WhatsApp. And now she can do that. And if some people have more patience to understand and teach older people, I think the world will be better for this population.
Great answer. Congrats. So, guys, I wish we could have more time, but we don't. And so, thank you for being here today. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, actually. If you want to be back here on next Sunday, I think Vanessa are going to like the topic. It's about retirement and financial well-being. I hope I can see you again and have a good rest of the day. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.